cold case left police and the community searching for a killer. An 18-year-old girl killed while riding her bike in the Menominee River Parkway is still unsolved. Our Suzanne Spencer with the cold case of Nancy Radbil and why investigators are not giving up hope.
A helicopter from the Wisconsin National Guard searched from above. Police divers in wetsuits examined the riverbed, but still there was no sign of 18-year-old Nancy Radbil.
Most films have a beginning, middle, and end. But Nancy Radbil's is not complete.
The UWM sophomore was last seen Tuesday, bicycling away from her home on North 66th Street.
The year 1979, and the search was on.
Nancy was wearing shorts and a yellow t-shirt when she left home on Tuesday. Her parents say she had no other clothing with her and fear she has been abducted.
We have a terrible feeling that she is dead.
A story that changed in a matter of days.
Late this afternoon, her body was found in the parkway by an older brother. The body was nude, the throat slipped. The discovery provided a tragic ending to 2.5 days of intensive searching.
As one ended, a new search began that is still going 40 years later for whoever struck in the Menominee River Parkway and killed 18-year-old Nancy Radbil.
This spans generations at this point.
On a floor dedicated to evidence from nearly every murder in the city of Milwaukee, there is something that feels so close about solving Nancy Radbil's case. The Milwaukee Police cold case detectives open it up once more.
What bothers me as an investigator is knowing that the person is still out there and just hasn't been identified yet.
It was July 3rd, 1979, on what is now the Oak Leaf Trail. Witnesses report Radbil was riding her bike and began talking with a man in the grass.
The witness said they saw Nancy's blue bicycle laying on the grass next to her and a red Honda motorcycle near the white male that was with her.
When Radbil never returned from her bike ride, her family called police.
This missing girl that vanished into thin air was a huge story at the time.
The red Honda motorcycle, one of few clues.
Everybody that saw a little red Honda motorcycle called the police.
In the days that followed, search parties led them back to that trail.
Right next to the bike path, there's an embankment that leads up towards some apartments, and there was a sewer cap. And one of the participants doing a search of the area noticed the sewer cap was about 2/3 of the way off of the sewer base.
Investigators uncovered a lot of evidence in the area where Nancy's body was found, but a big clue came from down below.
At the bottom of the cylinder was her shoes, her shorts, and her shirt. Seemed to be intentionally placed there to be concealed.
Those close to her discovered her body and bike not far.
The waiting is over, at least we know.
And the other feeling is that we pray and hope that whoever did this horrible crime will be brought to justice.
The sketch of the man suspected in her killing didn't turn up much, but what detectives in 1979 didn't know was a key piece of evidence then would help police 20 years later.
So in 1999, the swabs taken from Nancy's body were sent to the crime lab, and a profile was developed that was foreign to her.
The DNA was then put into a national database.
I'm sure in 1999 when they got that profile, they thought it was just a matter of time before they'd have their suspect. And that's 20 years ago now.
40 years since she died, no one's DNA in the system matches the DNA found on Radbil's body.
So we're not going to give up. We never give up.
DNA is that strand of hope from that summer day decades ago.
She really didn't deserve this. It's this case, it's other cases, it's all of our cases. We wish we could solve them all.
A truth hidden in darkness as they wait for that person to come to light. With photojournalist Eric Litzheim, Suzanne Spencer, Fox 6 News.
Milwaukee detectives tell us they recently sent more evidence from her files to the state's crime lab. They're hoping any new information could help lead them to a suspect. If you have any information about Radbil's 1979 death, police would love to hear from you. We do have a link to the cold case team on fox6now.com.
Shows you law enforcement